And welcome back to the channel, rail fans. Welcome back to Mr. Steve's Trains. I'm your host, Mr. Steve. Now today, we're just going to short little video. I just want to take this public service announcement and wish everybody a happy, wonderful summer. I hope everybody's having a great summer. I know I've been busy. I've been away for a while. It gets hot up here in the old train room down here in the layout. You say, what have you been doing, Steve? Well, summertime we've been outdoors. We're kind of outside of the train season. Train season, I like to think, goes from the fall, winter, and spring. And I had no idea when I started this channel 9 months ago what we were going to do and the things I was going to put on it. I just kind of rolled with it, made it up as I went along, and I watched other channels and kind of see what they did, and you follow, you learn, and you pick it up as you go. Summertime came, and we just got busy. I got outdoors. We've been going to shooting range with the neighbors, family barbecues. My son graduated school. That was great. That was a good time. A lot of planning. A lot of money involved, throwing a graduation party. It was extremely hot and humid, but everybody seemed like they had a good time. 2 weeks later, my German Shepherd of 11 and a half years, he passed away. That was a bummer. 11 and a half years, man's best friend. We spent a lot of time together, made a lot of road trips together. Economically, I've been working a lot. Trying to put a lot of hours in, staying busy, working. The inflation, ain't gonna lie, inflation is killing me. We got just a small channel here. See that right there? See no fingers? They're close together because it's small. It's wee. You got a wee bit of channel right here. It kind of been. It's. I gotta watch my language here. It's been rough. It's been tight. Inflation, gas prices, we're all, most of us, a lot of us, not all of us, but we're all in the same boat. This is not a big train channel. This is the wee channel. Right? And I want to say thank you all for those who stuck around and tuned in. And, hopefully the content's going to pick up naturally this fall. Menards, speaking of picking up, Menards has been kicking it in overdrive. A lot of stuff been coming out. I posted a few things on the site here on the channel. Nice railroad crossings. Menards got some new rolling stock coming out. I'm looking forward to seeing some new buildings. They got a new gas station coming out, the Sunoco. That looked really good. They got switch tracks. They have 072 rail, like the old Lionel tubular track. And they're like I want to say 35, no, what the heck was it? $35 a switch? But they're selling fast. They're supposed to be making more on their website. But yeah, they got Menards coming out with new rolling stock. So yeah, it's, things been going on. Like I said, I've been busy. Car show season. Not that I've been out to any car shows, but, I've decided I was going to make a new train this summer. I called it my summer build. If any of you guys are making a summer build, please leave the comment down below. What have you been building? You've been buying? You've been stocking up on anything particular? Cat's kind of out of the bag. I've been doing a Canadian National, which we're going to take a look at one of the cars today. I had to do a little work on it. Minor stuff. I'm going to show you here in a second. But without further ado, let's get into it. Thank you for sticking around, supporting the channel. Thumbs up. Give a thumbs up on there. That always helps more than I could ever imagine to help the channel. I don't take donations. I don't ask anybody for money. I do this for the love of the hobby. I do it because I'm a collector. I love trains. It's that simple. I love trains. You love trains. We love trains. What's easier than that? All right, let's check out what I'm doing over here with this caboose. And here we are. I got this Bowser set up, my foam pad with just a towel over it. I got this Canadian National. This is an MTH. This is Canadian National Caboose, item number 20-91007. This is from 1997. Now this caboose, I bought it used through Brady's Trains. He's been having periodic, like, garage sales, if you will. Like my air quotes. Garage sale days. And he has good deals on rolling stock, new, used rolling stock. Like I said, this was an MTH from 1997. And I went ahead and took the liberty of taking the screws out. You got the typical plastic embedded marker lights on there. We're gonna see. I might try and take just a little flat black paint and touch them up to make it look more like a lantern. But we'll, you know, I'm not expecting miracles out of it. 1997. This was the Premier line. You've seen the purple box. There was no interiors. There was no crewmen, conductors, anything like that. When I got it, one light bulb was like, the filament was a little bent. God only knows how that happened. Half the light bulb was out of it. The other light bulb was burned out. It didn't work. So long story short, the one light bulb that was half out of it, that did work. So I have 1 out of 2 working light bulbs. All right, we're going to set those off to the side. We don't want to get those confused. And I went to MTH website and I ordered 2 new bulbs. Haven't tested them yet. Haven't even took them out of the package yet. And where you go in order these, because the shipping's all going to be about $10. Give or take $1, you're going to pay about $10 for shipping. That was between eBay, MTH, a couple different other suppliers. I mean, they're hard enough to find the large globe bulb, but MTH had them in their parts department. They had the bulbs in there. So, and again, it was about $10 shipping, so it was about $12 to put new lights in this caboose. Now with these old cabooses, you know, they didn't have the constant lighting. And I took a low voltage tester and I checked each outlet when it was powered on the track, and it does work. It works fine. Looks pretty good shape. The original bulbs, then when I took them out of there, they showed a little corrosion. The box has a little moisture damage to it, so it must have been sitting probably in someone's basement at some point. I did clean the brass rollers. Took a little paper towel and some denatured alcohol, cleaned them up, and then cleaned up the wheels too. You want to make sure the wheels had a fair bit of grime on there. Oh, excuse me, while I get comfortable here on the floor. But they look pretty clean now. You can see there's a little wear on there. This thing's been around the track a few times. You know, you can just see a little kind of a ring there on the inside of the bezel. But we cleaned them up. We put our paper towel on there, get it wet, and just roll the wheel. You know, get all that black grime off the wheel, because that's your ground. This is your power. That's your pickup roller. Power in. This is the ground out. So if these wheels are black and grimy, you're not going to get a good ground, and it's going to cause your lights to flicker on the caboose. You don't want that. Side note, no sprung trucks on the Premier caboose back in 1997. So we're going to get our dust out of there. We got our screws in there. We got our wheels and our pickup rollers all nice and clean. Denatured alcohol, that's the stuff. Okay, we got our new bulbs here. Now you don't have to do this, but since there was a little corrosion, I'm going to put just a dab, I mean just a dab, of diode electric grease on there. And I'm just going to rub it around the base a little bit. Not much, don't overdo it. Just a thin coat. And what that's going to do, it's going to protect that base from future moisture. There's probably enough grease on there that'll cover both bulbs with what I got. Now you see, I don't know if the camera probably won't pick that up well, but the little bolts on each side are just slightly offset. I don't know why MTH felt the need to do that, but they just want to make things a little more difficult. And we're going to fit that in there. Give it a turn. There we go. Easy peasy. Like I said, if we got enough grease on there from the first bulb, and we're just going to roll the second bulb right around on there. I'm just a little OCD, so I figure if I got it apart, I want to keep the moisture off there. Put a little extra dab on there. And just a little bit of grease on that base. It's going to keep the moisture after, keep it from corroding. So like I said, I pulled the other ones out there, just a little bit of corroded. I used a little steel wool to clean up the light bulb base. That's when I realized I only had one bulb, and the other bulb was kaput. Now, hopefully, I'll set that on the track. Track's a little bit of a disarray right now. We cleaned the carpet this summer. This is also my wife's office, so everything's kind of a mess and apart, and I got track laying all over. There's part of my summer build. But this caboose is part of that summer build, and I wanted to have it with working lights when I show it to you in the video. So let's see, let's turn the power on the old MTH Z4000 here. Oh, look at that. And there we are, 18 volts. He's burning nice and bright. Not bad, not bad. And then with this caboose body, it doesn't really matter which way it fits on there because everything lines up the same. That's going to go on there, and that's more or less how it's going to look. Boy, I wish they could have put frosted glass windows in there. That would have been better looking. What can you do? Try to dim that light down a little bit. You can kind of see it on there. It's all right. I mean, it's, it's 1997. What are we going to do? We're going to get this back together. Get it bolted down. And just a quick video. That's all this is. My summer build, that video is coming up this week. No more lollygagging around. Well, my son's got me playing some Fallout on the Fallout 76. The TV show came out this spring, so we kind of got into that. But that's it in a nutshell. 2 new bulbs, burning nice and bright. Pickups are nice and clean. It was through Brady's Trains. It was used. It was garage sale days this summer. I think each month for a weekend he had trains on sale. I picked this one up for, oh God, it was like $35, you know, used. Great. And I think that does it for me. That's it. That's what we got right now. Hope everyone's having a happy summer. I'm having a decent summer. It's not too bad. We've had some that were better, for sure. From the Great Train Layout, I'm Mr. Steve, and this is Mr. Steve's Trains. And then we got that video coming up this week. No more lollygag. We're getting it done. And until next time, until I see you again, happy rails.